So in Canton Ocosito, the water is not clean, but there's a lot of water. And so there's a lot of wells, there's a lot of rivers, and this is where the people get their water from. And while they may know that it's not necessarily safe, they don't have a lot of options, so they go ahead and drink it anyway. And this is a community that we've been able to come into and provide education, number one, but also give them the opportunity to receive filters to filter their water. One of the things we teach is to keep animals separate from the household. And as you can see, this family here has definitely decided to try it, and they've seen the huge benefits keeping their animals separate from their household. It keeps their house clean, keeps their food supply clean, and that's a huge part of the education process that we do. This family has a well that they get their water from, but it's obviously not been clean. It's not a fresh water well. And so what she's doing here, she's using the filter that she received yesterday. And I'll show you the difference in color even in the water before and after the filter. So we're in Rayu. This is the place where it all started for Awat. I was sitting one night talking with my friend Marlon, and I said, you know, there's so many more options for water filters that we could use for your community. And I said, why are we not using these options that are much more sustainable, much more efficient, and a lot cheaper as well, because you don't have to replace any of the parts, or you don't have to do chemicals or anything like that. And she said, that's a great idea, why don't you go home and raise money for that? And I said, okay, that is a good idea. So I went home and I just asked God. I said, God, what do you want me to do about this? Is this something that you actually want me to raise funds and awareness for, or is this something that you want me to just pray for? And right then in my backyard, God gave me a vision for Awat. And it was these people, and it was to provide education and clean water for this community primarily. And that was 1.5 years ago since we had that encounter with God. And so we have now, by the end of 2014, provided clean water for over 1,200 people. And so it's still so amazing that we get the opportunity to do this. So this is just a small sample of what's going on here in the community here in Rayu. Without your generous heart and your giving and your belief in what we're doing, it would be completely impossible. We're here in a home that I was in over 1 year ago, and they've already used a lot of the things that we've taught them and implemented them into their life, and we're seeing a huge increase in the quality of life. So thank you so much for your generous heart and generous giving. Without you, it would be completely impossible. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.